Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome into Bethlehem High School as are here live at the Bethlehem Soccer Complex, the big athletic complex here at Bethlehem. Beautiful facilities over here in Bardstown. If you haven't ever been over here, you definitely want to make that trip and check it out. Again, beautiful facilities over here in Bethlehem. So the Banshees are taking on Woodford County here this morning. Early contest as everybody, had football last night. Soccer takes over today on a Saturday, and so let's get right into it. The Banshees 4-2 on the year. They picked up big wins this week against a dangerous Lafayette side at home on Monday, and then after a 1-hour delay with the weather, they defeated Oldham County on the road 3-1 on Wednesday. The Banshees' 2 losses on the year came against region opponent Central Hardin. They dropped that contest 1-0, and then also a hard-fought loss up there at Frederick Douglass, losing 2-1. And Douglass has been on a tear so far this year, if you're familiar with the Lexington market. So quite the opponent so far here for the Banshees, as they have not scheduled anybody easy, that's for sure. The Banshees did have one goal they had a goal lead. They were up by a goal with 20 minutes left to play in that Frederick Douglass game, but they just couldn't hang on to it. This team continues to grow. They'll be able to finish those games out, is what the hopes of Coach Scott had mentioned to us there. Coach Scott DePori talking about how this Bethlehem Banshees team is putting it all together. Tessa Miles, a senior, you might remember her whenever you see her on camera here today. She's an all-state player from last year. She hit the game winner in the state championship game against Lafayette last year, one of the top playmakers in the state. Technically gifted with elite vision and can hit rocket shots from 20, 30 yards plus out. It's Tessa Miles. She wears that number 11 jersey out there. Bailey Judd wearing that number 17 jersey. She's a senior center back. They're saying that she may be out today with a minor ankle injury, however. Coach says this could, in fact, impact the game with a tough Woodford County opponent coming in here today. But Bailey, strong, physical, brave player who wins the balls and plays out hard out there on the field. She was starting outside left back on the state championship team just this last year. Held one of the Sacred Heart's best attacking players at bay, which was a big thing. So we know that she could play, and they're going to miss her today. Mariella Lozano, number 14, she's also a center back. She started as a outside back on last year's team. Slides over to center back role in her senior year this year. She's solid and dependable. She's a solid and dependable player. Of course, she's a 4-year starter as well. Gracie Zutterman, she's the keeper. She's a senior this year as well. She had an incredible 10 saves in last year's state championship game, and her leadership is huge for this team. She actually improved this year off of a really good 2023 campaign, so I know the Banshees are excited that to see her game continue to evolve. Her shot-stopping ability has become elite. When you talk about the keepers in the state, she's one of the very best at what she does. Gracie Osborne, number 12 midfielder. Well, Gracie played meaningful minutes last year on that state championship team. She stepped into a leadership position this year, of course, and then, just a quality player, great first touch, and does a great job connecting passes between the lines. She controls the rhythm and the flow of the game, and, of course, all doing that while holding that midfield spot. Bailey Roby, another one of those great players out there, wears that number 10 jersey. She was a forward and a wing on last year's team. She's transitioned to an outside back this year, and might make her first start at center back if Bailey Judd doesn't play today. So we're expecting Bailey not to play with that ankle tweak, but we know that Bailey Roby would be perfect to put in that spot in case Bailey does not play. She has been one of the, if not the most consistent and tough performers, let me get that out right, all season long, and that's in the learning, a brand new role for her. So she's definitely stepping up and helping her team out. She's played a striker since she was on the U10 club and was one of the most dangerous strikers in the area when she was younger. Sophia Miles, she's a freshman. She wears that number 3 jersey. She's already a major contributor as a freshman, coach says. Another Miles multi-sport star in the making at Bethlehem, as her older sisters, Ashlyn and Tessa, basketball and soccer for both of those young ladies. And then, just an amazing athlete with a high ceiling. And those Miles girls, they are pure athletes. And I wonder if mom and dad were athletes growing up as well, because they you talk about basketball and soccer, and I'm sure there's some other sports out there that they play as well, but there's nothing that they're not good at. Seems like as we've been covering, certainly Ashlyn and Tess over the last few years. Carson Haggard, number 4, she's a freshman. She's got a great burst of speed, which is what you need in a soccer player. First 5 yards is incredibly important, as coach says, and with that burst of speed, she just gets right to the spot. She has a nose for the goal and finishing at a high level, especially for a freshman, another player with a high ceiling. And then you got Kinley Moiser, I think is how you say that last name. Number 6, she's a freshman, another freshman starter for the Banshees here. They're building for the future, I think. After winning a state championship, they get all these freshmen stepping up to big roles this year. But this young lady here, she's a multi-sport star, very good at basketball, very good at soccer, and you're going to hear her name quite a bit probably on the basketball court, along with Sophia's as well. But Kinley, a tough kid who tackles well and is going to have a spectacular career as a Banshee. Zoe Thurman, number 22, sophomore. Of course, everybody knows she's Carly Thurman's younger sister. Coach says she might be faster. Might be faster than Carly. It's hard to believe, but that's what he says. And he says started on last year's state championship team, has improved her technical ability, and is one of the most dangerous playmakers around from a wing position with her ability to go one-on-one and get into the box. Of course, she is also a multi-sport basketball player and soccer player as well, just a multi-sport star. As the Banshees coming out on the field right now after a quick get-together in the locker room and after warm-ups. We'll have starting lineups here for you soon. Taylor Janes, a sophomore, number 9, second to Tessa in goals with 5 on the year. Scored the game-winning goal against Lafayette this week on a flick on a header by Tessa Miles. Taylor got on to the end of it, and that's what gave the Banshees a 1-0 win against a Lafayette team that's out of a tough district up there in Lexington. Taylor, so she's always in the right place at the right time, Coach says. Always around the goal and ready to finish off crosses and rebounds. The analogy is like being a good rebounder in basketball and being able to read a ball coming off the rim. Just a great rebounder, if you will. And she does that on the goalie. Every time the goalie will have a mishap or a cross in the box, that's where Taylor James is good at picking up where that rock is. She's just attracted to the ball, or the ball's attracted to her, I guess you could say. Neely Cheek, number 1 jersey on her. She's a sophomore, one of the most technically gifted players on the team. Very good vision and passer, multi-sport athlete as well. All these girls, multi-sport athlete when you look up and down this roster. Iris Paget, number 24. She's a sophomore and enforcer, and she's a ball winner too. She'll get out there and win those 50-50 balls, and she gets hard after it. One of the fastest and toughest players on the team, Coach says. And then Savannah Montgomery, she wears that number 19 jersey. She's a junior. She's a very solid defender, relentless work rate, tough, hard-nosed kid is what Coach had said. So there you go. That's your scoop on the Banshees. Woodford County, I apologize. I don't have all those great notes on Woodford County right now, but as the game goes along, we'll certainly try to give some of those ladies recognition and give some of those ladies some mention here on the broadcast today. We're going to get right into it. Amen. All right. National anthem here at Bethlehem as, again, we get ready for the starting lineups here. Bethlehem and Woodford County about to get it on here in Bardstown. Do want to give some shout-outs to some of the sponsors here on the network. Obviously, we want to say thank you to Brown and Cheek Incorporated. They are the tax and accounting specialists, tax and accounting services there for you. Also want to give a shout-out to Rooster Run General Store. We appreciate you guys stepping on and supporting Banshees soccer here today. And, of course, Handy Food Mart. Handy Food Mart. Be sure to check them out and go shop with these folks. These are the folks that support your high school team. So, I'm going to I'm multitasking today. I'm doing a little bit of everything. Get you a little closer to the action, of course, as the game I was saying, get you a little closer to the action there as these teams get ready to get on here in Bardstown. It's Woodford County and Bethlehem. Get a better grip on that tripod so it's not bouncing as much. And we'll have kickoff here shortly. I guess that's what you call it in soccer is kickoff, right? When they put the ball there on the center of the field. And we're going to call it kickoff today. Woodford County over there in the white with the black numbers. They're still in their little huddle. Banshees in the blue jerseys with the yellow numbers out there. They're going to have the ball first, it appears. Appreciate you guys tuning in today on a Saturday morning. I think it was a Saturday afternoon as we get this one underway here in Bardstown. As we mentioned, it's the Banshees and the Yellow Jackets of Woodford County. There's a nice crosser shot just to the left. Well, I tell you, the Banshees were on it to start this thing one off. Carson Haggard just missing to the left. Out of play is going to be a throw-in coming up here for the Banshees. And back out of play again. Again, want to thank everybody for tuning in here today, watching Banshee Soccer here on PrepSpin. We're going to have a few more games on the network this season as well for the Banshees. I think our next one may be the 10th. I'm sorry, the 5th of September. I think we got E-Town visiting Bethlehem. So we'll have that game for you. And then, of course, all of those are subject to change. We may end up switching that out with a different game, possibly depending on the schedule. But I think we'll be here for that one. Always working with Coach to make sure we get the best games possible. This one played back to the keeper, and Woodford County, they used to be in the 11th region. Now they're over in the 8th region. Goal kick coming up here for Bethlehem. be sent back out of bounds. So a throwing coming up for the Banshees. Miles over there. She tried to fight through that one, but Woodford able to send it back the other way. Banshees have numbers back, and they regain the ball, but there's Woodford again. Woodford on the move. Miles able to take it away. Banshees in trouble here. Shot. And the keeper there for Bethlehem able to collect. Woodford County just kind of tapped it. Didn't really attack it too hard. Although they had an opportunity there. Just joining us, we're scoreless here early on in this one. It's the defending state champions, Banshees of Bethlehem, taking on the Woodford County Yellow Jackets. And all sides going to be called against Woodford County. That offsides call is referee discretion, I think, is the best way to describe it, because every official has their own version of it from what I could tell. Watching as many soccer games as we have here on the network. Another collection here by the Banshees. Good punt. Shot off the top of the crossbar. Woodford County wishing they had that one back. It's number 8 of Woodford County. I've seen her name on the back of her jerseys, but no, that just says Lady Jackets. Again, Rooster Run General Store, we appreciate them stepping up today and supporting the broadcast. We'll get a couple others we're going to tell you about, too. Brown and Cheek being one of them. Tax and Accounting Services. Brown and Cheek, BCI. A little over 29 minutes left to go here in this first half of play. Throw in here for the Banshees. Going to be another throw in coming up for the Banshees. Woodford quick to the ball again. And that one out of bounds. Going to be a goal kick coming up here for Bethlehem. Zutterman going to strike it. She does. Good ball here for Woodford. The shot. It's going to be a corner kick coming up here for Woodford County. Right off the toe, but way over the goal. Zutterman got to chase down a ball over there. couple subs coming into the ball game. Paget coming in. There's Paget.